Hey, Darren, how you doing, buddy? And James. And number one. I'll see how long I last here because, hey, Fernando, my power flickered twice and I had to wait for everything to restart. So I don't know what'll happen. Hi, Lonnie. How you doing, dear? So I'll see what happens. We've been having a lot of storms here. And about the last 20 minutes, when everything flickers, then everything has to start over again. So it could kick me out. I don't know. So, hey, Duke, how are you, brother? And Rick and John. Camera angle. I can't get the lighting right here, but I try not to make it too bright above me. I still got to get used to that. If I don't, hey, Mike, how are you, brother? If I don't turn some of them lights out behind me, it's just a big glare. You know what I mean? But yeah, if something happens, I don't know, our light, we keep having flickering, So, hey, Scott, what's up, brother? I watched Pete's commercial before I was able to walk through the door. How you doing, Rick? You dry out there, Mike? We got hit 2 days in a row. That's why I said if I vanish, you'll know what happened. We keep getting power surges. And what happens is it shuts all the routers down and it takes forever for them to kick out. And that would actually screw me up bad. Looks good. I'm just glad to see you're not converted into glitter. Heather's door. Yeah, John, she had her way. It's okay though. That's her shed. It's just under the garage. So I told her it's fine. I says, whatever you want to paint it. She likes that dark vintage pink, like you'd see an old hot rod at a rockabilly thing, Looking at weather radar. Yep, lots of storms. Oh, Lonnie, we've been getting hit. And Heather wants to start working on the pond tomorrow to reline it and make it deeper because of some issues. And it said no rain. She said, good, I'm going to get on it for 2-3 days while I'm filming. And I thought I'll help her. And now they changed it to rain again tomorrow where it wasn't before. So I don't know what the heck they're doing. Keith, what is up, brother? How are you? I brought you up on my last video, Keith, because I appreciated the lights. They're actually sitting on my toolbox right there. It's hard to point that way. Justin and Ashley, how are you, my friends? And Bill out in Bucks County. You getting a lot of rain out there, bud? Because we're getting pretty good bit here the last few days. TJ Maxx or Marshall's New Year, so they always have creator lighting for pennies on the dollar. Yeah, you know what? Number one, I got this one. I forget where I bought it. I can't remember. It's one of them ring lights, and it does help. It really does. It wasn't very expensive, but we do have TJ Maxx in them near us. A lot of stuff's closing down still, sadly. In store. Amazon return bin stores. There was something like that near us. I forget what it's called though. They call it something here, and I forget. And I've never tried that yet. I'm supposed to work on a pond tomorrow too, somewhere along working on the bug. Yeah, I'm going to help Heather if I see she's going to need my help. I mean, there's no doubt, but I'm going to give her a hand tomorrow. We're going to get the pond. Here comes the rain again. At least a foot deeper, and it's been losing water. The Portland cement is no longer waterproof. So I told her set up her cameras tomorrow. My camera, her camera, angled, and just time lapse it while she's working on the pond. I think that'd be fun on her channel, not mine, But John, hello, he is new here. Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome John in, and KG4QPB, first time too. Welcome to both of you. Welcome to the family here. Every Sunday night, it's a get-together, and we talk about everything, not just cars. And Joe, what's up, brother? How you doing? And they have creator content, supportive hardwoods available almost everywhere, 7-Eleven, gas stations, libraries, even church. Yeah, you know what? There's a big section at our Walmart, even though it's like a freak show when I go in there, where it has vlogging stuff and all that. That may be where I got this light now, I think. I'm almost sure. It's just when I do the light behind me, them LEDs, they're so bright that it just whites everything out, you know. Let me see here. Yep, too much rain. Back corner. Can't get the tractor back to cut the grass. Yeah, my grass grew quick. I feel like I'm cutting it every 3 days now, which is normal this time of the year, but we're getting hammered with the rain. Really, really bad. Hey, G, welcome. Let me see here. There we go. We have MacBids. It's the auction app. They sell tons of Amazon returns. Got to be careful. Gets addictive. Okay, I couldn't remember, Justin, what it was called. I think Evan was telling me about that, and he got a little addicted to it for a little bit there. But we have the place that you go pick up. I think it's Monroeville, so it's not that far from me, maybe 20 minutes. But I never got on there yet. I didn't know it was an actual app. I thought it was a website or something. I wasn't sure. There are ice crackdowns in my area in Hayward, California at Home Depot. Everybody be safe out there. Yeah, James, I did see that pop up on some Facebook reels where it's getting a little bit crazy. I hope everybody stays safe. And there we go. And Ricky and BCM, good evening to you. And Johnny, what classic VW driver wish to? And John, welcome. Paul, what is up from Lancaster? Oh, New York. I was thinking Pennsylvania. I was going to say, you come to the picnic. You're not too far. And let me see here. Hi, everyone. What's the candy bar of the day, or is it pizza today? Well, I'd rather be pizza, but I mean, if you're going to be pushy, you know. What was the candy bar last week? I thought it was whatchamacallit, one of Heather's favorites. Amazon store is called a mall. And I do go on Amazon a lot. I really do, in all honesty, but not for senseless stuff. It's stuff I need for the garage. Truthfully, that clear coat that I'm going to use, I won't go grab it off the shelf. You know which one, the Spray Max 2K Clear. They sell it on like 5 and 6 packs on our reasonable. So that's where I'll get more of that from. And Dorte, how are you? And Otto and Lloyd. And I'm trying to scroll here. There we go. We got 51 people, but we only have 26 likes. So if you all could hit the like button, I'd really, really appreciate that, please. Slade, when you hit the shop dressed for TV, did you make a pile stuff for sale, trade, or give to make room and earn karma? Funny you say about make room. I was down, oh, there's Evan there. What's up, buddy? He got Ringo sitting there with him and Gamer. I went down to Evan's, I caught property and grabbed some parts recently. And while I was down there, I don't know if you could see it. See the stack of wood? Boom. He had a bunch of wood there, brand new wood. He's like, just take it. So I can finish the garage walls, and I appreciate that. I got to do this side over here, and it'll be done. So I'm trying to have, you know, the garage buttoned up and finished because there's some folks coming here the day after the picnic, which is going to be awesome. Hell, don't forget to click on the thumbs up icon. It helps Slade's algorithm. Thank you, Lonnie. I appreciate that there. It really does. It makes a difference to get the videos out there. Wait, Lord Ben Franklin is here. Hey, Ben, what's up, buddy? Yes, you can say hi. It is current. We're live. Liam and Toby stepped in because Liam's off work tonight, which is awesome. I'm sure you've seen pictures of them in my last video. And then Roger, how are you? Slade, you set up Amazon wish list for you and each one of channels. Some supporters can gift items to you selected. I didn't even know I could do that, to be honest with you. I have a list. I guess that's a wish list. I don't know. But I didn't know that I could even do stuff like that, to be honest with you. Although it's odd, number one, that you said that, because somebody does that and I can't think who it is. Now that you said that, it's clicking a little bit. And I'm getting you from the past. And recommendations for adhesive for carpet. Yep, right here. That's what I use. Weldwood contact cement. That's what I used in my video If you watched my first video on the TMI carpet, which I'll be doing in about 6 or 7 weeks on this car, and this stool is really uncomfortable. So that's what I recommend. That's what a lot of people really like to use, and it works very, very well. Wear a mask and have airflow, though, or you will be a little off tilt doing it. Helping my friend with his newly acquired 77 Standard. I did the empty disc brake, no residual check valve installed yet, waiting to see how the brakes perform. Yeah, Bill, check it out first. I mean, it's the residual valve at 10 PSI with drum in the back. It just gives a nice, more firm pedal and equalizes it out. But I know not everybody uses them. You don't have to. It's just like a little added benefit. That's what it is, basically. I'm doing this week, I got to put... Where'd they go? Hello? Uh-oh. I think I lost something. Well, that isn't good. I got to put new brake light switches in my master cylinder. And as you notice, I'm getting a little nervous now. Where'd they go? And I think I'm going to... Oh, there we go. I think what I'm going to do is... I had taken my, hey, Ben, I took my original German ones out of the 68s master cylinder, but I'm not going to do the whole reach down with a wrench and go like this. My video is going to consist of pulling the master cylinder, putting them on, torquing them properly with a torque wrench so you don't break them off, and putting it back together. So that's this week's video. And then next week will be the transaxle bearings, then the rear brakes. And by then I'll have the tires mounted on the rim so we can get it on the ground. It's been a while. I can't wait to do that. Not a mall, a mall. People are grabbing and pushing. Let's get the likes up, people. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. We have 51. We only have 36 likes. You guys are holding out on me. Hit the like button. Which online store for VW parts you guys like more? I'll let everybody. G-Man, what is up? How are you? First time attention hat, working shop late, so I'm listening. I appreciate that, brother. I do. I really, really do. I have a question. What kind of oil do you use in your engines and trans? Uh-oh. that goes a lot by where you live, you know what I mean? Your temperature and all that. That is like the biggest taboo question, and that's okay because you need to know. I don't know your temperature where you're at. Like if you're in Florida, it's going to be hotter. You can run 2050 or 30 weight. And then sometimes in the fall, you know, I have winter time here. Then we switch to a 1030. And the trans, you know, 80, 90 weight, just make sure you run a GL4 because it is more friendly on the brass parts inside of it. It's just me beside your left elbow on the floor beside the wood. There's room for a flat aero engine rebuild. I'm running out of space in this garage fast. No oil talking live chats. No, it's all good. Everybody needs to learn, and I surely don't know everything. So, I mean, it's how that works out. Let me see here. Up Slade, first time attending. I just seen G-Man and left elbow and just bugging. G-Man's cool. That's Greg, and his son's name's Dalton. They're awesome folks because they're really down to earth. Oh, hey, how you doing, Greg? I just seen you there. Hey, G, for the most part, Wolfsburg West has best quality for a lot of items, especially anything rubber and seals. Yeah, when you're dealing with rubber, any type of rubber seals, Wolfsburg West and West Coast Metric has really soft rubber. Sometimes you got to watch with places. If the rubber's harder, then you're cracking your window. You know the deal, how that works. Darren is right about that. Absolutely. You can set up Amazon links. Anybody can usually get to the jungle. You kind of would spend and set up a list for people to pay for, but don't see your address. I never even knew that existed, number one. I'll have to look into that. I appreciate that because when you're doing all these DIYs, and I'm sure G-Man knows and that, the money goes quick. It don't take long. YouTube like gives you this much and you're going boom, trying to get stuff done, but it's helping people. And that's what it's all about. I mean, and Paul, how are you? And Mark said, what's up, G-Man? FB9207 oil pump with filter mount options. I have never used one. I have a full flow and I'm going to be running mine under the rear fender, but I never used a direct mount like that yet. I know my buddy's Evan's Mexi got it, and so does Justin's on her, I believe. Timeout. Is that a new towel on the table? And he stays, is that legal, or are we about to visit for why you fair told you so, lady again? It's actually an older towel, believe it or not. I had to look at first because I didn't know which one I had when you said that. And let me see here. I don't know if you remember from last week, I told you my engine blew the piston in half. Wow. I do remember that because the gas squirt from the carb got loose and got eaten. Yeah, when you blow a piston apart, yeah, you're done. Unless maybe some JB Weld or something, you know. Oh, hey, FCP Euro, lifetime warranty on oil. Huh? Lifetime warranty on oil. I think Evan's jerking us around and I can't figure out what he's doing. And Dave from Buster's, how are you, brother? And I live in a place that goes from -5 to 90 if I run 30 weight year round. Ben, that's what I've always run is 30 weight. I've never had an issue. But then again, I don't drive mine when it's 20 degrees out, you know. In Pennsylvania, I think it's 20 degrees all the time. I think G-Man's got it made where he's at, because every time I look at his cool photos of him having fun, I get jealous because it's nice weather. G-Man deserves it. He busts his rear end. And George, how are you? Thank you for the kind compliment. I really, really appreciate that. Welcome in. And let me see here. Atlantic Shield. Hello, I want to thank you for the Classic Europe. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll call you Atlantic. Thank you very much. I appreciate that and welcome aboard. And Tunes, what split the whole piston head? Hi, Dave and Buster. You ever put a line lock in front to rear brake line for park brake when you have disc brakes without the rear park brake? Oh, wait a minute. I bumped the thing. I got to scroll back. There we go. In order to lock rear brakes as PB. I've never done that before. I've never ran line lock, G-Man. For park brake. If you do that, I want to watch. I never thought to do something like that, in all sincerity. I find that interesting. And especially because I'm looking at the emoji that you put up and I happen to be doing the same thing while I'm reading it. I'd like to have a beer with G-Man. I was on the phone with him before. It was a while ago. I should get on the phone with him again. He's really cool. I've been buying a lot of Vever tools. I'm really impressed with their tools. Honestly, Shane, I have zero complaints about Vever, you know, I don't know. But to be honest with you, I don't get no money when I test one of their products. Now, I do get to keep the tool or the, you know, whatever, the refrigerator, the garage, the car. Well, that'd be cool, huh? But anyhow, I have had a lot of luck with their products. I can't, there's a company or two out there that don't like me, and I don't really care because I'm honest. I'm kind of like G-Man there. I'm honest. If I don't like something, I'll tell you right out. And then it's like, well, can you pull that video down? Like, no, I'm not doing that. So, Bob, what's up, brother? Finally, the chat window showed up. Hello, everybody. Uh-oh, you were having problems there. And penny pinching and elbow grease are the two best tools in the shop, but nobody ever remembers their brain's strongest tool. They owe a deep breath and calm pause can solve anything. I try to stay calm in the garage, but sometimes, you know how that goes. It's part of life. I only showed aggravation. What was I doing? It was recently, remember? I got irritated and I walked away from the camera. It was the first time in 4 years I ever did that. But I calmed down and came back on camera. So I forgot to tell you, picked up a set of 4x130 to 50112 wheel adapters. So maybe hunting another set of more modern VW wheels on my Mexi. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome, Justin. Although you had some really nice wheels on there. I have stock rims for mine and then the 5.5s for the back. If it was affordability wise right now for me, I would be putting a set of custom rims on mine, but it's just going to have to wait, till another time. I've heard of that oil. If you use it and return it, they will replace it free. You turn it into old oil, get store credit, just got to ship it back. I thought you were goofing around. I never heard of that before. Legitimately, I never heard of that. That's amazing. G-Man and Dalton rock. They do. I love them guys. Well, that's his son. Dalton's his son. That's my son's name too. So how cool is that? But I was on the phone with both of them before. They are so down to earth. They're real. And Tad Tshirts, how are you, brother? The YouTube notifications stink. Glad I grabbed my phone. I'm glad you're here, Tad. Don't forget, about 4 weeks, the picnic will be here. Keith, thank you very much for the donation, brother. Thank you very, very much. That's very nice. You're always donating. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. That is very nice of you. Keith's always helping out somehow. He really does. And Davis, hey there, Slade. Glad I made it to another meeting. I just bought myself a MIG welder. Just beginning my welding journey. Do you have any tips or tricks for MIG welding? Beetle metal. We just got done doing that here. Yeah, I have the biggest tip. Don't let me do it for you because I stink at it. I got to practice. Have a good grinder to grind it smooth. Davis, in all honesty, all joking aside, on YouTube, just punch in welding 101, stuff like that. There's so many. The welder I got, it's on the other side of the garage. I picked up a Lincoln 90i. It's gas or flux, and it's actually a nice welder. I just need to actually sit still and start welding. And I'll do it for 15 minutes and go, oh, that wasn't very good, instead of me taking my time and learning, which I am going to do. Refining oil is 1/1000th the cost of refining in the first time. And Alita, how are you, dear? I'm glad you made it in. I hope you're feeling well. I've never done it, but why not? If you do it, I got to see this because that is a good idea. It really, really is. But you usually do have good ideas, I can tell. And Paul went on a motorcycle run around Cuyahoga Lake for the weekend, and on the way back, see about 40 VWs, Porsches, and vans on the way back to Western New York area. Wasn't there some type of thing called something granny something? Maybe Evan will know. I thought there was something going on recently in them areas. I could be wrong, but I thought there was. Dog, this could have been tiles for the shop and saved for some bedtime drama. Yes, the top of the piston separator part connected to the rod. The engine still ran with one less piston. These Beetles are hard to beat. I mean, I didn't do that on purpose, but it's like they just keep running and running and running and running. I still think they're a genius motor. And Rick sitting on a patio before the next 5 days of rain. Rick, that's all. I'm ready to build an ark. We're getting nailed here. I mean, bad. And I shouldn't complain. I mean, because then when I'm in chat in about 2-3 weeks, I'll be going, we're having a damn drought. Ain't no water here. We're all going to die. It's back and forth is what it is. Let me see here. Let me catch up. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I was talking way too long. Let me catch up here. And G-Man, I run a line lock for a Partner Sunrail. The only thing is the brake lights stay on. Take the bulbs out. That makes sense, Rick. I mean, John started to take apart the front beam tonight, my 6.9, using your videos. Having to do it in spurts, heat and humidity in Alabama is no joke. John Murphy, welcome in. Everybody welcome. John, thank you for being part of it. We're here every Sunday night to aggravate. Doing the beam ain't bad. I did a video you might want to check on caster shims. On my playlist, you'll see that. But welcome aboard. And blunt and straightforward. That's the way to be, brother. And I get a kick out of G-Man. I do. I see him come up on my Facebook, but he is always smiling, always smiling. I don't think the guy ever frowns. He's always smiling. Slade, do you use Zelle for money transfers? I'd like to make a picnic donation. Thank you, Tad. I don't, brother. The only thing I have is PayPal, and it's in the description of all my videos or the website. I never got into Zelle and Venmo, and I don't know what else there is. Not sure, but I use PayPal for donations. I appreciate that, Tad. I really do. You're a very straight and level man. I try to think straight. I really do. Because when you get frustrated and lose your temper, and I have in the past, I'm a human being, but then you can't think straight, and people don't want to see that. Foul language typically keeps my workflow moving while throwing tools is strictly banned. Yeah, I don't throw stuff no more. When I was younger, I did. I get mad and throw tools down, and you break one, and you're like, oh, crap. Honest and factual, always. G-Man, you're a straight up guy. You are. You really are. I enjoyed the phone call we had that time. I really do. And swing arm boot. Yeah, that's what it was. That's when I got in a bad mood. Gary, that thing messed with me. I mean, and everybody I see trying to put them one-piece boots on, I'm sure G-Man knows the deal. They're not easy to get on. And I didn't want to put a split boot on because I already had the axle off. So why not go full-blown real deal, I saw your video on brake lines. Awesome, George. Awesome. I've done quite a few on them. I don't know. I don't mind bending brake lines into them. They don't bother me too much. G-Man, off your bluntness is straight. You need a better roller. A roller? I don't know what that meant. I live in South Carolina in the 80s when I got in VWs. Well, I ran 2050 Castrol. I love Castrol GTX. I hear that was wrong. I always ran it. And I'm a long way from worrying about oil right now. I have to choose one. As long as you add some zinc, ZDDP, whatever, you're fine. I mean, I'm going to run Valvoline VR1 this time, but my motor's brand new. The seals, everything's new. But I wouldn't go putting synthetic in one that's already had the dyno in it forever, Do you know what size wheel would fit on a 71 Beetle in the rear? Widest possible. I'm going to run 5.5. A 6-inch will make it, depending on the back spacing and offset. That's exactly the way I can phrase it to you, Paul, in all honesty. Davis ran about a YouTube website to assist new owners. And yes, I was just doing dinner dishes. Alita, it's time to relax. And I just changed my royal purple, getting ready for a car show Saturday, 1 gallon and 2 oil changes, only $42 a deal. I never used royal purple, but I do hear a lot of good stuff about it. I really do. George said he used copper nickel lines, which are so easy to bend and double flare. Have you ever tried them? If not, definitely worth trying. A friend of mine, Eric, that don't live far from me, I believe that's what he used. Evan can back me on that maybe. I think he used the copper nickel. As long as you get the bubble flare, to do it. But I've never have, George, but I have heard that it makes life easy. There's no doubt about that. Grinders make a good welder. They do, Carlton. Welcome in. You're right about that. Granny Goose. Okay. I couldn't remember, but I think somebody we know had a little incident there with her foot. I seen on Facebook the day that was there. Let me see here. MIG tip. Read the settings on the inside of the lid. Start there. Practice. Okay, that's something that I need to do, but I never read. I just start welding, and then I'm like, why am I burning through, Mr. Corey, how are you, Herman? Thank you for being in, brother. Are you coming to the picnic? Or maybe I asked you in Messenger, and I can't remember. This getting older thing kind of stinks. It ain't for everybody, especially me. I bought 2 engine stamps. If ever going to make a rotisserie for the pan. Oh, that's a good idea, Shane. Awesome. I don't think I could do a rotisserie in my garage. I mean, well, yeah, I guess I could. Heather's, I got to pull the body straight down to the chassis, so that ought to be interesting videos to do there. Paul Panner, I ran 8.5, so 1-inch spacer on my 92 Mexi. There was a video of it somewhere on Slades channel. Yeah, the white Mexi on my channel. I wasn't sure, Justin. I knew yours were wide, but I couldn't remember how wide they were. But 8.5? I didn't know they were that wide. Okay, well, we can fit more than 6 inches then. Hi, dog. How are you doing today? Smokes Shop. Good evening to you. Just reminded me of something. I don't know what. Smoke Shop. There was something. Oh, never mind. Something opened up down the street from us. Never mind. Welcome in. We need the rain here. The lakes are low and the cow tanks are low. Oh, we definitely don't have that problem right now. That's for sure. I mean, we're getting our share of rain for the whole United States. Get ready. It rained here today and supposed to tomorrow also. It's heading coast. Oh, great. Thanks, Bob. We don't need no more. Couldn't you kind of like held it out that way? Line lock next to driver's seat and brake light switch in the rear. I've never had line lock. Almost 60 viewers, almost 50 likes. We have 58 views and 47 likes. We need a couple more likes, folks. Battery disconnect turns lights off. Can't wait till you visit Florida. Gee, man, I'd like to hang out with you. I would. I know you're a blast. I could just tell on the phone and your personality. And I'm not just saying that. I'm being honest. And Chris, what is up, buddy? Kenny wants to know if Heather kicked you out of the garage. No, it's, you know what? I started showing some things up here once in a while, but what I'm prepping to do is actually go live in the garage while I'm working. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. Down the house chatting, it was fine. I did it in the office or whatever that room is that we have set up, but I don't know. Kind of like being in a garage better, but I hope Candy and you were doing good and you got everything worked out there with removing the visor and the roof rack. That was crazy. But when you're dealing with the state, Jesus Slade have 1966 where previous owners put narrow just beam in the front, which how can I put the shocks in the front? Wait, you mean you have the beam without the shocks? Is that a 4-inch narrowed or something? Because I have a 2-inch narrowed, which, well, you can't see now because the fenders are on. Mine will have shocks, but I have never dealt with a beam without shocks. I know what you're talking about. That I'm not sure about. That must be a pretty narrowed beam. I'm going to show you the cot. And Paul, my 71 Super, we have 5 inches. And split boots are just pre-broken. Retail TNT has some brake line flaring bending tools for pennies. Uses a car content channel and stuff. They have listed. I was on Timo, but I didn't see. I could use a brake line flaring tool, especially if it has a bubble flare, because I'd like to run lines that just make it, like instead of the slack you're trying to take up all the time. On rear wheel size, fat fenders look real good in the back with a nice wide tire. I'm going to run 205s in the back of mine, which for stock fenders should be fine. But I do agree. I had a 72, I think my blue one was from when I was young. I can't show pictures right now, but in a nutshell, it had them 3-inch flared. Remember the 80s, the Wolfsburg fiberglass fenders, and I had Chevy adapters with old Krager rims, and I don't know the size tires, but 60 horsepower. Didn't like them tires. Was supposed to say Candy wanted to know if Heather kicked you out of the house. I knew, Chris, I knew. She said, you go stay with Chris and Candy if you're going to be this way. So, but I didn't know where you live. So I know where you live. I'm moving in. You're right behind my old stomping grounds where I used to play. Yes, sir. We need, and I will be at the picnic. Oh, that's awesome, Mr. Corey. I didn't know. And I probably did ask you. I apologize, but I couldn't remember. This picnic this year is going to be like quadruple the size. So it's actually, I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. I'm excited about it. If you need arrangements of where to stay close to the picnic or my house, let me know. Shoot me a message or a text, you know. And Mr. Zach, how have you been, brother? Oh, my goodness. Are you hanging out with Uncle Bon there? He's on that Camino hard. he uncovered some nasty rot. I felt so bad for him. And Smoke Sop said, evening, we need to welcome him in, and Mr. Zach. And Mr. Zach always got a channel up with a lot of stuff that's always going on. He's very good at reporting. I'll say it that way on my channel. How's that sound? But he's down to earth. He's down to earth. Let me see. Rotisserie chicken is better than fried. Or as I said it now, you're all thinking, oh no, he's right. Nah, I like fried. I do. Actually, no, I had meatballs today. Never mind. Chicken was the other day. I could eat chicken every day, actually. Rotisserie is a food subject tonight. Wonder if anyone has ever tried rotisserie pizza. Hey, easy now. Let's no making fun of pizza. Done. And I would eat rotisserie chicken on pizza. I made hey Misty, what's up, hon? I made a buffalo chicken pizza for the first time, I don't really know, a couple weeks ago. And my kids, of course, stopped by and it was a big hit. So I just mixed Red Hot with some ranch as the sauce, if that makes any sense. And we got to quit. I'll get hungry. Okay. Who's setting up the Slade Club Temu account and checking our tools and prices for us, Heather? Let me see here. Hang on here. Okay, so I didn't want to miss anybody's. What engine is going to be on the Beetle behind you? That will be right over there, which you can't see it. It's covered up right now. It's a 1904 cc. And it's already been, the cam break-in's done. I just got to put the alternator on, the exhaust system, and I got to repaint the tins. Because like a jerk, I painted all the tins red and changed my mind on the color of the car. So with a white car and red tins, I don't know. I could probably get away with it, maybe. Yes, narrow low beam. I can put the shocks at the bottom part with nothing at the top. Hold the shocks. Sorry to bug you, or I had to stiff. Oh, no, you're not bugging anybody, but I don't. Lord Mark, what is up? I've never had a beam narrowed that much. G-Man, where are you? Or somebody. I've never had a beam narrowed that far where there's no shock mounts. I can't help you there, but I'm hoping somebody chimes in with that. Let me see here. There we go. Moose, what is up, brother? I'm trucking night, Mobile, Alabama, but I can listen in. Sounds good, brother. Key up the mic so we can talk on a CB. I've gotten a frozen plain cheese and put leftover rotisserie chicken on it. You guys are making me hungry. Oh, this ain't good. I'm not supposed to be eating in the evening. I mean, I do, but I shouldn't, you know. It's all of my clothes have shrunk over this last year. You believe that? Ugh. I told Heather she could put glitter, would bribe you with pizza. Maybe we had chicken do it. Heather's the one that likes chicken. She could live on chicken alone. It's just what she does. Chicken's actually good for you, honestly. And what's up, Rod? How you doing, my bro? And Ketty, there we go. Can you use your stock master cylinder when you go disc in the front like you did in your great video? Thank you. That was nice of you, Ketty. And yes, you can. Like I said, I did a video on a residual valve. You don't have to do it, but I did a 10 PSI residual. You'll see the video. Maybe. I think you might have. But yeah, Stockmaster. Wait. Do you already have a dual circuit? You have a 68 up. I forget when I went away from the single. What year is your car, Ken? Let me ask that first. I wished I could afford Vano. Put together a nice engine. Screen jumped again. Wait. There we go. Being a broke college student, and I had to assemble, run from used parts, I harvested myself. Davis, there's nothing wrong with that, brother. I mean, you're young, college. I don't even know how you're surviving. It's tough over the last 4 or 5, 35 years. I don't. I'm used to not having money laying around. You know what, though? It'll come in time. You'll end up one day building a motor. I had a sponsor, Randy Kelso. I sent my engine block out just to get some work done on the block, and he surprised me and sponsored the build on it, and I think that's awesome of him. I'll never forget that. And MP has been a good sponsor along with Misty, who's in here. sponsored my front beam, my adjustable beam. So that was a big help. It takes time, Davis. It really, really does. Nothing is cheap no more at all. And Alita says, since I really don't know how to make homemade pizza, I use the burrito tortillas with pizza sauce, make my own supreme, and I made 10 minutes. That's what I made for lunch. Hey, you know what? I've done that with the tortilla shells, the soft ones or whatever, and sauce, cheese, pepperoni, roll them up and bang. The air fryer, I get lazy about it, but we have an air fryer and it makes them a little crisp. So I know what you mean, Alita. You can make them up any way you want to, and it works. Pizza with all meats and pickles. Pickles? I think you did that last week, Rod. I never tried pickles. I on pizza, I like the garlic butter pickles or whatever they are. When you have those shock tires, you need to bag the system or talk to Sam Valley Auto Works. Makes a 4-inch step beam shocks when another beam on like 2-inch narrowed. The lightning bug and the 57 Ulster, I recently worked on both. No shocks in the front. Yeah, that's not up my alley. I have a 2-inch narrowed, and I feel like a big shot, with that. Someone wants to get hungry, look for, and it's delicious. Never heard of that. I don't think I have. And here comes more rain. 67 is dual circuit masters. I didn't know what year he had, though. That's why I was trying to see before I said that. There we go. Slade, don't worry. I gained 35 pounds in 2 months thanks to all the steroids I have to take for my lupus. So now I have no clothes with exception of about 2 pairs of pants shorts. I'm sorry, honey. And you know what, Alita, that's tough. I mean, my daughter had to take steroids when she was little because of asthmatic issues and a couple other things stacked. But it's hard. Me, I put on a little weight, like, I don't know, like 15, 18 pounds. But mine's because I like to eat, especially at night, at midnight, and Heather's shaking her head when I do it. Let me see. Where's Zach going? I'm about to head out to those ICE protests downtown LA. Man, brother, be careful. Like, wait a minute, what time is it? 6. Okay, it's about 6:45 or watch your 6, Zach. Seriously, Mr. Zachary. You're a big dude, but man, that's gonna get crazy. Be careful, brother. Are you running live? I don't know if you left already. Because he might go live when he's down there. I need to teach you how to make fry bread. I never heard of that before. And Schmokes said pickles and pineapple. I like pineapple, but I never tried it on pizza. My daughter even told me to try that, and I never have yet. Super Beetle. Okay, yeah, he is super. Yeah, you know what? You can easily do your disc on the front and I like doing a residual valve. That's me. When you have drums on the back, 10 PSI, it gives you a more firm pedal. It's my opinion. That's why I did a video on that. And we have Rod said, no pineapples. Okay, he's going to bully me. Slade, do you have a video on adjusting the valves on a 1600 engine? Yes, I do, sir. I have 2 or 3. And I did them while we were on the engine stand so you could actually see what I'm doing. Because under the car, it's tough with the camera. I'm sure G-Man can back me on that. Some camera angles are tough. But if you go to my YouTube channel and go to the playlist tab and then scroll down, and you'll see engine work and valve adjustment, and boom, you'll see 2 of them. And I do it real simplified. I take my time and I do it on the engine stand so you could see everything I'm doing. So anything, Paul, what to do too when you get time, if you're new, is go to my playlist and start looking through, and you'll see so many different things I have. Heather's in some helping me with the interior stuff because I get frustrated with the interior. Good pizza dough takes some work, but worth it. I wanted to try to make the pizza dough. Heather made some once from Greek yogurt. I don't know what the deal was with it, but she did. And it's supposed to be non-fattening and the whole thing and blah, blah, blah. But I remember it being decent. I wasn't disappointed. Going from a size 12 to 18 sucks, but I take any time because I'm still alive and kicking. Breathing counts. You got this, Alita. I wouldn't really focus on weight. I'd focus on how you feel, your health. That's what's most important, in all honesty. And Lonnie sympathizes too. I don't know anybody with lupus. I don't think. I can't remember now. I know so many different people. And Schmokes said feral. And where are we at here? I'm making sure I don't miss anybody's. Okay, so pickles all day now. And hey, Alita, do you know how Taurus is a common name here in Portugal? Oh, wow. Hey, Jorg, what's up, buddy? Everyone just rolled in from watching NBA Finals. Oklahoma Thunder still leading Indiana Pacers in third quarter. You know, I've been hooked on the reels lately, the baseball ones. I'm weird. I don't know. Like where the batter gets hit with the ball and stuff. I watch weird things. Mike was fortunate enough to assemble that engine for just under $200. You make a good point, though. Wow, that was really good. I'm doing my boots in the car and filming. It was fun. Let me see here. And I scroll back just a hair sometimes just to make sure. There we go. You see, yes, have Valve just videos. I beg him to send me them every other day to send to a customer. I support him. He supports me. Me and Misty support each other a lot, though. We really do. And Misty's been an awesome support for the channel. You have no idea. Long as okay, you know why? I know it's 2012. They have given me a 5-year death sentence, and I'm still here. So I showed them, made a liar out of them, and continue to do so. Just keep pushing, Alita. You've got this, honey. Just also always do your own research, but I imagine you probably do on other things you can do that are natural and helpful to get you through. Chari would be Marie. How are you, dear? I'll be seeing you in about 4 weeks. I don't know what date it is. I can't see. Oh, it's the 8th. Wow, the picnic's coming up fast. Oh, Vicky has lupus. I didn't know. I had no idea, Bob. I am really sorry. I didn't know that. Vicky Lita, you've got this. Birthday, I married into that last name. My husband is from Puerto Rico, but my maiden name was Padilla. I don't know if it would be Padilla. I think is how the 2 L's make a Y. I could be wrong. Just because of Spanish. Any tips on replacing CV boots on IRS suspension? Yeah, stay with IRS because I hate swing axles. No, there isn't really. I mean, there's not a lot to tell you on it, in all honesty. I bought a complete axle 2-3 years ago when I was doing them on the other Beetle, but they're pretty simple to take apart. I have one axle. I've seen if the box was still here. I should probably do an IRS axle with the taking the ball bearings out and taking it apart. I should probably do a video on it. I never really gave it much thought. Thanks, Misty. I bought from you before. That is awesome. And I think Darren has met Marie or Cherry. Chari. Absolutely. I'm so excited. I am too, dear. I really am. It's coming up fast now. And Admo. I have a 68 Beetle master cylinder. It has 2 switches. I ordered a 2-switch master cylinder, but the company sent me a master with 1 switch. They claim it will still work. What? No. I don't know what they sent you. That's weird. I mean, I have an oddball I could show you, but there's no point. My 68 had 3 switches because it got that stupid light in the dash when I'm changing into a power port. But Brazilian, German, China, it doesn't matter. There's 2 switches unless I'm being stupid to something. That don't make sense to me, sir. It really don't. Recently got molested in 1963 already. 60, 64, 71 rules. Should I fix it? Wow. You got a lot going on. Holy smokes. Just line them up and take your time, brother. That's what I would do. I wouldn't let nothing go. There's no doubt. Any recommendations on adapters to balance 5-lug wheels? I don't know what you mean by that, Fernando. Balance 5-lug wheels. I'm not sure what you're getting at. Because they make aluminum adapters, metal adapters to change over to like Ford or Chevy rims, you know. Okay, I thought I did, Elite. I wasn't sure. I think it's from Spanish in school. The 2 L's make a Y. but I don't remember what I did last week. Isn't that amazing? Don't forget the circlip at the end of the axle. Joint won't ever come off. Oh, I did. Yeah. I'm sure some do miss that, especially when they're greasy and dirty and you're pounding on it going, why isn't this coming off? One thing on swing axles is that the wide tires will tuck under the fender and not rub. Yeah, I'm going to run a compensator in the back, although I've been thinking about taking my factory Z-bar, since I have a rebuilt kit for it, and shimming it up and doing something cool with that. I have a question before I spend some more money. Which CB 74 millimeter cedar crank should I go with? And what size rods to start for this mild stroker currently with 85.5s? Older NOS, Molly. Misty, what do you think, dear? That's what I have, a 74 crank, and of course 90.5 pistons. As far as spend more money, I'm reviewing what you said again. I mean, mine, I forget what rods. I had a build sheet on mine, but I don't have it near me right now. I don't know what rods he put in mine, but I think too, I'm going to see what Misty says on that. It's how much you want to spend, really, Mike, because, man, building these stroker motors now, wow, does it add up? Adma, it will not work. You need the 2 switches. Exactly. Hey, Rich, what is up, buddy? And 2 switches is dual circuit. 1 switch is single circuit. Call them back. That's why I thought that was weird. I ain't going to ask him where he got it because, you know, yeah, they definitely, they got to pay the shipping back and give you the right one. I don't know why they would have done that with you, in all honesty. And let me see. Sorry I came late. Where's Heather? Yes, my name is Maria. I thought so. I knew it. I knew it kind of was. I keep saying Marie, but you know, because your photo was on my video 2 weeks ago. I can't remember, I think. And I appreciated you allowing that. I really did. And you're welcome, Adbo. Tom just sent you the right one so you can get the work done. I'm actually, like I said, I'm doing video on switches. I'm putting the original German ones back on though because I have them. I might as well use them. I'm going to spray some brake clean inside of there and blow them out though and see what happens. So you'll see some master cylinder work this Friday. And I like removing the master and doing it properly, not reaching in with a wrench and breaking them off. 5-lug wheel balance. Buy an adapter and use it to balance the rims. And wide 5s won't mount to the machine. And CV axles are easy to rebuild. Just pay attention to orientation. When you put the balls back in, it matters. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, it does, Otto. I mean, I'm fine now. I can do them almost blindfolded. But when I was young, which was a long time ago, dinosaur stuff, I remember getting one apart, fighting to get it apart. And then that was it. I was trying to get it back together. I was like 18 years old. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What idiot designed this? Jesus, that say the first step is to admit you have a problem. Sounds like good collection. Let me see here. I'm trying to see where I'm at. Yes, Misty, that circlip flew through the garage, almost hit me in the eye. Yeah, they do take off. There's no doubt. Every time I'm doing any type of snap ring work, it's like doing, and right on video, I'm watching it go through the air, but I'm sure everybody's used to that with me. Maybe with the Weiss 5s, make an adapter from a drum, also balance to mount to the machine. And I had a non-VW friend come by today, and he couldn't wrap his mind around the wide 5s on my 65. Like he had never seen, I couldn't wrap his mind around it. I like the fat, skinny look. I like it fat in the back and narrow in the front. I mean, not too narrow because I'm kind of a jerk on bends. I like to maneuver on bends. I don't know. Probably isn't the smartest thing to do in a Beetle, but I wouldn't do it with Heather in the car, of course. I'd like to see a video what you do to upgrade your swing axles, Z-bar. Oh, yeah, no, I'm doing that, Rod. I will do that, brother. I have a brand new Z-bar kit somebody had given me a while ago. And my Z-bar, the little tabs, everything busted off. I'm like, great. So Evan's like, get on a junkyard. There's a 67 down, or I think it was a 67. He said, you can have it. It's clean. I took MAP gas with me. I took PB Blast and everything because I didn't want nothing to bust taking it apart, and I lucked out. It's actually Yep, it's sitting over in the corner. So I am going to do a video when I shim that up and everything and make it tight, you know, so it should make a big difference. Do you sell T-shirt like the one you have on? I like the picture. Yes, I do. That's in my store online. If you hit, here, I'll punch it in here. Let me see. How do I do that? Right here, and store, and copy. Uh-oh. I thought I left you folks. I thought I clicked off the live chat. That wouldn't have been great. Thank you for asking. I just punched it in where my store is. And the T-shirts help fund the channel. They do. So that should show up. Thank you for asking. And where are I at? I literally, it just scrolled back like 30 messages. So now I'm trying to catch up. And thank you, Misty. 70 Krang using A-style pistons with short rods with an E. But I thought I had B. I thought I had B's on mine, but I forget my build sheet now. So I'm just curious, what is your absolute favorite tool in your workshop? Mine is an old steel pipe, so many uses for it. You know, I don't think I really, see, I'm looking around now. I don't think I have a favorite tool, but I will say one thing. This Milwaukee gun my son got for me, this thing's evil. Now there's a screw tip on it, but I've put sockets on it and everything, and it's a beast, and the battery lasts forever. So yes, I guess I do have a favorite tool. That was a good question. Best tool is Hama, works every time, broken or not, it comes off or fixes the problem. Authority said, which hammer though? And all that was me putting up the store. I'm very interested what you do on your axle. I want to improve mine, and I know nothing. Oh, no, Rod, it's not real bad to do. Actually, you know what? I'll try to do it over the next couple of weeks here. That way, I already have it done and out of the way to use. So I'll just do it as an extra video. But it'll improve it. It'll stiffen it up really well. At Misty, where are we at? Boom, boom, boom. I have 5 euro hammer that weighs like 800 grams, works like a charm. And I got to pick up a new dead blow hammer is what I got to get. So 3-pound mozzarella, Slades store too. Gotta love the Milwaukees. I do. I even have a 3/8 ratchet Milwaukee. And I try not to use that stuff too much in videos. And this will make sense why. I mean, they were gifts to me. They were gifted to me. Christmas, my son will buy me tools, you know, or Father's Day. But honestly, I try to use ratchets and wrenches because not everybody has these tools. So I try to keep it simple so that they can, you know, go, oh, well, I have a 3/8 ratchet. I hope that made sense. Just silly question. The 65 come with 2 switches from original equipment because I have a wiring nightmare. Uh-oh. Whoever had it before did split connections and used speakers, wires, and the twisting nut. I'm not sure. I don't know that, but Misty's going to tell you in a second. I thought that would be 1 switch on a 65. Isn't that a single? I never had a 65, in all honesty. Wished I had an oval because G-Man just got an oval, and I hope he's happy. And he says he wants to give me it for my birthday. I'm so excited. Tomorrow says, how you doing? I'm new on the channel, really enjoying the chat. Thank you for being here and welcome in. I'm glad to have you. And I'm wondering why there isn't split boots for CV axles. There is. There should be. I thought they did make splits for them. I always use solid boots. I don't use splits, but I thought they did. I could be wrong. I've had mine for over 15 years, and 1 energy battery left. Milwaukee's the best. I like mine, Greg. I do. I mean, G-Man, I like mine a lot. It's never let me down. I only have 1 battery for it. I didn't get an extra battery, and I just use it. It just lasts forever. They are awesome. Tag me in case I don't see it. Sounds good, Rod. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Welcome to the family, Gamaro. Of course, Rod got a little bit going on in his life right now. A lot going on. I wished I had Milwaukee tools here. Yeah, that's why, Dorothy, I keep it kind of simple so that I don't, you know, people see tools and go, well, I can't have that tool. I can't afford it, and neither can I. So I try to keep it with the simple tools. One on a 65, I thought so, single circuit. And my slide hammer kit with puller attachments has to be one of my favorites. Yeah, there's a lot of things you could do with slide hammers. Even back in the day, we'd see a car in a mall parking lot. Oh, never mind. But I buy the cheap orange dead blow hammer from Harbor Freight. I have a 3-pound and a 5. I do have an orange one from Harbor Freight. Mine must be 3-pound. I don't think mine's 5-pound, in all honesty. Mine's getting a little bit beat up at this point, though. The 65 is a single master, so one switch only. Uh-oh, haven't picked it up yet. Probably Wednesday, unless I go to Postman and Jelly Roll concert. Oh, okay. But you're still getting it, right, Greg? He's getting an oval. I was so excited when I seen the photos. It just, I couldn't quit smiling when I seen it, because I like to see people get stuff. It makes me happy for them, because that's the way we're supposed to be in life. You cheer each other on. There's not split boots for RS because you have a flange, but honestly, harder to install split boot than a flange boot. I didn't know if they started making splits for the IRS, in all honesty, because I don't keep up on a lot of the new stuff that comes out. And I have wheel adapters mounted to Chevy wheels. How come those darn stick-on weights always come off? I do have the weights on the rim and the wheels as well. You know what, Dennis? There was stick-on weights. I forget. Oh, my Valiant. I had really nice rims, and I told him, don't you dare pound on the outside of them rims with anything. And I remember him taking alcohol at the gas station up the road and cleaning it really good, and he used stick-on weights, and I never lost any, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to make this my Sunday routine. I hope you do, G-Man. I'm glad you're in here. I really am. I mean that. I do. Let me see. Etchery at Misty. And got to clean it good and get it good weights. Yeah, exactly. And that is Jeremy. Good human. How are you, brother? Howdy to you. Yeah, I mean, the area, you know, it's got to be clean, just like Schmoke just said. If it's not clean, that's like any adhesive, it's not going to stick. And that's probably what happened. You know, we're guessing. I have 3 of the 4 fall off. Wow. Yeah, it either wasn't cleaned well, or you want to make sure they're good weights, you know. Let me see. I'm not sure right now. I have a single cylinder, but a wiring for 2, and it's a 65 matching numbers. Wow. We can convert over. 2-part epoxy will do it. Smoke's not playing around. He's like welded on there, baby. He is right, though. I mean, look at that 2-part epoxy now. You guys are fun. Look at that 2-part epoxy glue now for welding body panels on. Like, really? I got to learn to weld better. It is what it is. That's me trying to take a shortcut. But they're using it in the assembly lines now instead of welding, is glue on panels, 2-part epoxy. But they say once it bonds together, you're not getting it apart. So I wouldn't mind messing with it once to see what it does. Is there anything else beside engine seal you could use to block the heat from the bottom? Some type of rubber to put around the top? Well, your factory seal, you know, you can buy aftermarket, obviously, goes up over where the transax was and around the apron and back over, and that will block the heat, you know, from coming up into the engine compartment. My birthday is on the 12th. And of course, I'm buying stuff for the bugs. So I'm wondering what's your favorite cosmetic accessory for the outside of them? Well, I'm not an over accessory person. I'm all about interior. Like Heather bought me them Scat Pro car seats. Oh, are they nice? Very comfortable. And I got to move them back and lower because I'm like 5'9", so I need space. But I would have to say maybe focus on your interior, unless you want to go after rims, you know, some nice wheels. But on your interior, you know, you can do a shelf under the dash. There's a couple of things you could do. I could take you broke with ideas, but you don't want to do that. And Evan says he highly recommends doing the dual master upgrade. And he's got a lot of older Beetles, so he would know for sure. And yep, about to crank the 1915 West Coast core rebuilt, flat 4, trading for the oval. Turnkey with transmission and a mouse drive. Thanks, buddy. I'll try to get every Sunday evening. That'd be great, Greg. I appreciate that. I say Greg because I know him on a personal level, but I was very excited for you. I really mean that. When I seen them pictures, you said first oval, I felt like I was getting a present. I was so excited for you. Tires on my belly, you got a little balls inside tires for balancing, work pretty good. And new epoxies are amazing. Oh, Smoke, they are. I do use epoxies on different things depending on what I'm doing. I'll cheat the system a little bit. Wow, they've come a long way with that stuff, brother. You are right about that. Let me see here. I didn't want to miss anything. I always scroll back here to check. Broken breaker bars, sockets, adapters at Knuckles make me love my torque adapter for the rear axle nut. Oh, yeah, the torque multiplier. I got one off to my left shoulder there in my toolbox. If you mean the torque adapter multiplier, yeah, they are awesome. They make life simple. There's no doubt about that. Let me see here. She's talking at Michael. It's the one I installed my 67 a year ago. Lakeland show maybe 2 miles on the motor, and I've stored it in my building, waiting for market to recover as far as for vintage VWs. Yeah, it's got a little weird, Greg, the market. There's no doubt about that. I'd love to have an oval. This is going to sound really weird, but I'd like an oval more than a split. Don't ask. I told you I'm weird. It is what it is. I probably was a crack baby and didn't know it or something, but I like the ovals. I really do. I want a Safari windshield kit for my birthday. Smoke, consider it done. We are all chipping in. I never had one. I think Dan, a guy I know that lived down the road from me, a couple 3-4 mile away, had a Safari and a black Beetle, and I thought that was pretty cool windshield kit. Love ovals. Always felt they're classy bugs. Yeah, and you know what, Evan? I know somebody that got one. It's gray primered, and it's sitting in a garage, and they're not doing anything with it. And I just was wondering, like, what they were going to do if they wanted to, like, give it to me or something like that. But Evan's laughing right now because he has one. Slade, I put the aluminum paper that you use to block the sound on the floor and door cut long piece pound glue. They're holding great. Awesome. Yeah, you can use Quick Roof. I don't know which one you used, or Pill and Stick from Lowe's, which was a little cheaper this time around. That's where I got some. But as much as you can sound deaden them, you know, I'm older, so I like it as quiet as possible besides music. So that is awesome. Getting the oval from Michael Shores. Oh, I didn't know that's where that was coming from. I mean, I don't know him, but he's on my friends list, I believe, possibly. So I think I know who you mean. I use the 3M 08115 for the front apron. Is that the, Maria, is that the 2-part, that 3M? Because I don't know the part number. Best exterior accessory is wheels. Right wheel, excuse me, make the car pop, and auto's right. Wheels will make or break a car. Like I said, I have factory ones, and then, you know, I have the wider in the back. But, you know, I got to wait for the right wheels to come along at the right time. That was more classy. Split was more historic. Yeah, they are. Oh, I love splits. If I could afford one, I know to split in a heartbeat. But, you know, they're a little on a higher price side now. I would say mine would be a split. And Bob, you know, that's the thing. I don't know the price difference from where you're at, like here, you know what I mean? But a split window near me, I gave up on that. I'll never be able to own one. They're crazy expensive. You're lucky to have what you have, Bob, in all honesty. And I hope you never paint that car. Yeah. Hey, Bob, are you going to try that Poppy's patina or whatever on it, that clear that you wipe on? I'm just curious. We never talked about that. And we do talk private a lot, but I forgot to ask you that. You're too funny. He thought it was funny about the oval. That's how well I know that car from seeing it where it's being stored. Uh, from Fernandina, and I don't know what that meant, from Fernandina. And I'd love to add Safari windows, but oh wait, I realized what Smokes just said. Okay. I love to add Safari windows, but it rains so much the year. Washington. Oh, you're in Washington. Yeah, you're getting the rain. Now I feel bad about complaining about rain where I'm at. Well, guys, night night. You all have a great week. You too, Rod. Take care, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow in chat. I hope you have a great rest tonight, brother. And no Slade, I put the aluminum paper on top of the engine seal around to block the head is holding great. Oh, I misunderstood what you're saying. Okay. My brain was somewhere else with that. And let me see. Where are we? And Dune Buggy, bro. We don't have Dune Buggies near me lately. Not that I'm aware of. I think Evan has a Dune Buggy body. I think. Almost sure. But I think Michael Schwartz, I know that name. Greg, I may have seen him on your wall or something talking. Neil, how are you? Welcome in, bud. And I saw Nova Body very solid for selling Facebook for $1,500. Wow. That is really, really cheap. Holy crap. I can't even buy a good cart of groceries for $1,500. Right on, man. I'm in Jack's. And okay. Trying to get everybody's messages. I don't want to miss anyone. Did you see the blue diesel split I posted from Junebug? That thing was awesome, even for a water-cooled engine. I don't know, Mike. I can't remember. There's been so many photos flying around lately because everybody's at all the shows now, you know. I'm still young, almost 22. Yeah, you're young. And I only have money for a 74 Super, but I love it. Maybe one day I'll get an older one. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Supers. I've had Super Beetles. And one thing I will say, they're comfortable. They ride nice. They handle and they corner well. They use them in rallies. You got a good car. You got a great car. Not sure, but I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that. Just don't paint it, Bob. Please, 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 please. I love that theme of your car. But I think you said you weren't going to. I just love it. That can't get more perfect. Misty, if I was 74 crankshaft, I can't use a 110 Panchito heads. Panchitos are supposed to be nice heads. And Rage Snell, thank you. Love the channel. Been learning a lot for 69 Baja to Factory Resto. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that very much and welcome aboard. Every Sunday night, we're all in here. And Maria said, yes, it's a 2-part small injection type glue. If I wasn't doing a removable rear apron, I would have did that. Although I should use the welder and quit being a jerk about it. I have the boiled linseed oil on it now. Oh, I didn't know that, Bob. I didn't remember you bringing it up, brother. I had no idea. It's just like one of the most honest patinas I've seen. It's not a forced patina. It's an honest patina. I love it. And Gil X3. I heard Washington. Fellow Washington checking in. Welcome in. I do have a roller buggy. I thought you did. I thought there was a blue one down there. No, I can't remember. I love side pop-out windows. My new set is on the way. I got so paranoid with my pop-out windows for this that I took them off and took them out of the house in a game room and put them in a back because they're original. I was afraid of breaking them in the garage. Let me see here. Used Poppy's patina on my 61. It's great. I've never tried Poppy's patina, but I've watched some videos, and it's nice to hear that, Fernando, because I didn't know anybody on a personal level that's tried it. He's a VW guy here in Northeast Florida. Oh, okay. And there we go. I think my uncle's Northeast. I can't remember what town he's in. My uncle moved down there about 15 years ago. He was trying to get me down there. Michael Shores. I probably seen him. Oh, take road, call me whenever. That's Michael Shores, named Buggy Bros. And hey, I would like to give you a call, G-Man. I'll shoot you a message. That would be cool to hook up and talk again. I had a great time with you on the phone, brother. I really did. I hope you have a really great upcoming week. Don't forget, get that oval quick in pictures and videos. Okay, sorry. Family in Jacksonville, Florida. I don't see over a decade, but I'm not clearance to travel for my doctors. And Fernandina Beach. And try to make sure one more time that I didn't miss anybody. And at Chari, Lord Market can manage a Beetle outside, pop outside of 70. It's my next project that I was set for. And Evan, I got that blue maxi taxi 1-2. Yeah, I knew there was a blue one. I thought there was. I thought there was a couple bodies down there. I haven't paid attention lately because I've been in and out quick down there. I need to get down there and just goof off and hang out. What does poppies cost? That I don't know, but I'm sure somebody will say something here. I'm not sure, Bob. I never checked the price. I just watched some YouTube videos on it. My engine, if my engine has D in front number here, was rebuild by dealer. Oh, a dealer rebuilt. I'm not sure. I don't have my chart near me with the letters and numbers, but that could be a dealer rebuilt, possibly. That I don't know. I always have a chart, but it's actually down the house. Thank you for the input. I was so confused when he said that 2054. G-Man from Just Buggin'. Yes, that's who that is. I like Greg. He's down to earth. We have the same personalities. I don't know if he realizes that, but we do. He might have caught it on the phone, maybe. Bob, you pick up original at Swap Meet for a good deal. Easy to refurbish. And he's in tons of our videos, maybe 7 years. As I said, I know the name. And if I get on Facebook and see it, I'll go, oh, it's not clicking right now, but I know the name. I really do. Yes, I do need to, Evan. I do. Well, I'm sure your buddy's going to want to come down for more rock. So she goes through rock like water. But Evan always lets us grab rock from his property, and it helps Heather with her pond. She does natural rock around it. She don't want like store-bought industrial, Excuse me. I watched him and saw him at the Jam Bug. Oh, Greg. Oh, yeah. Dalton, his son, does a lot of filming and editing. His editing skills are really good. I was on the phone with him one time, and I'm like, what the heck, man? Why aren't you like making 100,000 a year? Because his editing skills are off the hook. They really are. I mean, and his filming, his personality. And Dalton's young. I mean, he's got a long future ahead of him with stuff like that. And let me see. It looks like D-Code was a Mexican 40 horse. Oh, somebody got a chart there. I don't have one near me to look anything up. And here we go. Rediscovery is nice. And you picked up. And how your troubleshoot staying on a gen light generator got checked by a shop and regulator is new. This is giving me a hard time to fix. A shop couldn't fix it? Gen light generator got checked by a shop. I would check to make sure that's charging properly, or if it needs polarized. I run alternators, but maybe polarized, check it over the ground on it is what I would start with, doing that stuff first. That's pricey for poppies. Florida Pasco County. That's expensive. I didn't know how expensive it was. I really didn't. I just used to watch the videos on there. Good night, Lonnie. Thanks, hon, for being here. And I hope your day goes quick tomorrow for you, especially if it's going to be busy in a bad way. I hope it goes good. Thanks for being here. And what I remember is that the D engine codes were used in 66, 69 and designated the engine CC. Okay, yeah. I have no paperwork near me to go off of. I used to keep all that on my phone, and then I had too much crap on my phone. I need to come up with something for my 68. My clear failed bad, breaks my heart. Oh, on Forest, I think I did see the clear coat kind of poo-poo on there. Good night, everyone. Meds are kicking in. Slade let Heather know that tomorrow I will be sending her a picture of my tomato plant, which was drowned by the rain. Don't know what else I'm going to do wrong. Oh, just she'll help you out, Alita. She will, sweetheart. Much love to you. I hope you feel better. And just shoot Heather a message tomorrow. She'll be more than happy to help you, honey. Try to get some rest, and I hope you feel better tomorrow. Alita's been with us a while. I'm almost done rewiring my 68 bug. I was wondering if you knew what battery goes in the bug. I didn't get one with the bug when I first got it. Group 42, and also my buddy Adam, he's not on here tonight, but he told me Napa also, and he gave me the part number recently, so I'll give it to you right now. Give me 2 seconds here. The Napa part number is 8448 AAA. And that there is RC115. There's a serial number. Napa has one too, but basically if you're talking about what it came with, a Group 42, but Napa also carries one that will fit in there. The engine on my Super is a D1 block. It's a 1240 horse. Old single port, possibly. Hey guys, I have to get rolling. Kayla hurt her ankle today and on crutches. Oh my. Oh my. That's sad, Misty. I'll be going in a minute too anyhow, but thanks for being in here, honey. What's your mail in about 7 to 10 days? You know what the deal is there. That sound right? It's nothing bad. Thanks for being here, honey. I'll catch up with you tomorrow, and I hope she feels better. Poor kid. My engine, 12 hours, has a D and numbers match, 47 series. And for generator, you can run them like a motor, remagnetize it, and bring back, disconnect the regulator first. Yeah, and then polarize it. Just don't get carried away running it that way. I was surprised the old 1600 with turbo managed 190 horse. Wow. That's crazy. I'm just going to end up adding an AMR on mine. Actually, Justin that's in here has Barry's blower. I think he has one for sale. I think it's complete too. I don't know if Justin's still in here, but he has one that he might be willing to sell. All I heard was 1240 horse. What's your opinion on supercharged bugs? I have never had a supercharger on a bug. I was half tempted to buy my buddies off of them, and I thought I better stop. You know, I don't know. I've never ran a supercharger on a Beetle, to be quite honest with you. Thank you for that. I love the videos. Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Yeah, I appreciate all you watching the videos. I do, and I always get excited when it helps people. That's what matters. That'll get you closer to 1240. But I am going to go ahead and shut down. I don't know what time it is. Yeah, we've been in here almost an hour and a half. And I got to still go down to the house and eat. I got a long day tomorrow. I'm going to help Heather, and I'm going to get some filming done tomorrow. So I hope everybody has a great week. And all the new people that stepped in, thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate that very, very much. Keith, I want to thank you too, if you're still in here, for the donation. It was very nice of you. And I hope everybody really, Smokes, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that very much. The bigger the amount of people in here, it makes me feel like this is worth sitting here doing, because we have a great time. It isn't just all about cars. So, but God bless y'all. I love you all very much. You're all wonderful folks. I really mean that. And I'll see you next week, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Everybody have a really great week. Stay safe. Watch your butts when you're out.